up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're going to make a short video about this new Milwaukee INSIDER Ratchet here. The Insider is a pass-through design, as you can see. And they are comparing it against a Snap-on naturally because that's their #1 competitor. Oddly enough, I don't know why they're doing this. Quite frankly, I think it's an absolute terrible tool. Gear Wrench has had these out for years. I'm going to show you some pictures of some other companies that have had these out for years as well. But we're going to make a quick video about this. Nothing fancy. Just some quick, relative, and practical information here. So, as far as the speed and the power of the ratchet, that's kind of a moot point on this. It's 60 foot-pounds, 350 RPMs. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But the comparison that they do on this versus Snap-on, showing right here, the socket, a normal shallow socket versus their pass-through socket is kind of a moot point. They're showing over 3/4 of an inch difference. Now, that's great and all, but you can buy stubby sockets, so they didn't really do a fair comparison there, which would have been obviously shorter. Another thing is about this pass-through design is that I found over the years that this is an absolute waste of money. I have the Gear Wrench set, like I said, and the tool itself is in theory a good theory, but there's one major flaw, and that is you need extensions still, okay? If you try to get into deep recess areas, now you think about most cars where, especially spark plugs, this tool is going to be completely useless. Or anything that has bolts that are down in areas around valve covers or water pump bolts. This tool is never going to work in an automotive application. As you see here, they had a set called the Special Forces. Now, I bought this Matco set because I got sold on this years ago. I'm trying to save you all hundreds of dollars of agony from buying this. They had this in an air ratchet form. It came in this box, and they all bragged it up, and it had the anvil with it. It had the 3/8 and 1/4 inch anvil so that you could have a dual-purpose ratchet. I mean, I heard everything. Craftsman even came out with this, and it was just an epic fail. And that's their major claim to it is that it can pass through a bolt like this and do all thread. Well, that's great if you're doing all thread, building fences, but in automotive applications, most of you that work on cars will understand that this ratchet will never live up to its hype. Maybe in some short situations, you might in some shallow situations, but this is basically a special needs ratchet, because the fact of the matter is you always will need an extension to use a ratchet. And this has been out, like I said, in the early 2000s they started this pass-through crap, and they've tried and tried and tried, and it's failed. So before you dump hundreds of dollars, this is listed for right around $300, and I think $400 for the set with the sockets. Not to mention the fact that that's not even SAE sockets. I believe that's only metric. You get a 3/8 anvil and a bit holder. This ratchet is an absolute waste of money. So don't jump on buying something like this until you know that your applications that you're using it for, it's going to be useful. Now, if you stick a 1/4 and 3/8 anvil in it, sure, it's not a bad deal with a 350 RPM, but you're not going to gain any space then once you do. There's a couple of minor differences. Very niche market for this tool. So I wanted to put this out there just so people knew before they started buying these things, because honestly, they're a huge waste of money. I've been down this road, guys. I'm telling you from experience, these things don't work. I do have a Gear Wrench pass-through set. I've done a video on it, and there's hundreds of these things. That's why Matco doesn't sell them anymore. They didn't sell. That's why Craftsman went belly up with them. They don't sell. People buy them. They realize they don't work. They try to return them. They bring them back. They're not practical. So you still need an extension to get into those deep areas, like I said, and that's the problem. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little 5-minute video. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.